I have only one areas. I have 8 originated because some of the LSA will be aged out because just now I do the remove and add it back. So that's why they generated multiple LSA. But it's okay from here. Okay. So is everybody done already for this router number 1 so far? Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Is any questions?
No, no.
Okay.
So, for the OSPF V3 cannot advertise network segmentation specific.
Yes, you cannot advertise under the process. You need to do it on the interface.
So for sign on the interface.
Yes, correct. Advertise on the interface.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So this is the configuration that I did just now. Okay, OSPF version 3 number 1, then router ID 1111, interface S100, OSPF v31 area 1, interface loopback 0, OSPF 1 area 1. This is what I did. Okay, this is what I configured at the beginning on router number 1. Okay, so I will just show the notepad. So in this case, you can follow the command. Let's say you miss out anything from here. And the next one I will show you on the router number 2. Router number 2, let's say I do not define the router ID first. Okay, I will just build OSPF v3. Okay, quit. Go to interface S100 and I specify that OSPF v3 1 area 1. Okay, by right, this should be forming the peering when by the time that I put as a OSPF v3 1 area. This is how I'm advertising my network. But in this case, when I check display OSPF v3 peers, they have nothing. They have no peer will be formed. Regardless of how long you're going to wait for, you will not form any information by here. Because of without router IDs, your OSPF v3 will never come out. So that's why we have to do this under OSPF v3 number 1. We have to specifically define router ID 2222. Then display OSPF v3 peers. Immediately you see that they will have a full state. They will have a full state from here. All right. That is on the router 1. Router 2 is the OSPF v3 1 router ID 2222. Interface S100 and OSPF v31 area 1. Okay, I do up to this point first. So far, okay. Yeah? So you see that R1, R2 has been formed the peers already. The status is a full state right now. Okay, it's a full state. Okay, R1.
You.
Yes.
Is there a is it necessary to give the IP address of the loopback each router?
It's not necessary. It's not compulsory. But you have this address is better. But into the lab environment, as long as this address is not been advertised, that you can use already. But in the real life environment, yes, it's better to recommend that the address that you assign is your physical address. It's your loopback address. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. But in our segment right now, it's all right. Okay. In this is all right. We do not need to involve any IPv4. So that's why I can just set any router ID that I want to set over here. Okay. So I will go back and router number 1 and check over here, display OSPF v3 peers. So I can see the peers is running up already, display OSPF v3 as well. So from here, you can see that how many LSA you receive, how many neighbor that you have. You have 1 neighbors. You have received 5 LSA. Okay. Within this is only 1 areas. Okay, have 1 areas. Okay, full neighbors, LSA receive 5. So for you to check the LSA, displayed OSPF v3 LSDB. Okay. This is all the LSA that I learned. Yeah, when I display OSPF v3 LSA, what LSA I learned? Link LSA, router LSA, intra-area prefix LSA. So you can see that they only have what LSA from here? Routers, intra-areas, type 1, and new LSA. Link LSA and intra-LSA is a new LSA. So you can see that what's the difference between every single LSA here, sir? Under link LSA, let's say I check the links LSA, display LSDB, link, originated. Do they have originated? No. Okay. LSDB, link, just meant for link LSA. Under link LSA, I have 2 information here. Okay. One is from the S100. This is from my link LSA. The first link LSA is originated by the router 1.1.1.1. It will going to advertise to me to say that, oh, this is my link local addresses. And this is my prefix under this link local addresses. Okay, this is a prefix under this link locals. And second, link LSA is generated by 2.2.2. And this is a link locals address, and this is the prefix that what you learned, okay, of 2222. 2001:12::. They belong to the same segment. Okay, this is under the link LSA. Just a direct connected link. Okay, again, let me just display the general one, and I will check what is inside the router LSA. Router LSA by right is just to tell me that what is the topology look like. Okay, the topology. So router 1, how the topology look like? I display OSPF v3 LSDB and followed by routers. This is my router LSA. Under my router LSA, I will see that they have 1 point-to-point environment. Okay, on router number 1, they have 1 point-to-point environment. Okay, and the point-to-point device is connecting to 2.2.2. And I scroll down, router 2 also mentioned to me I will have originated by 2.2. I have 1 point-to-point as well connected to 1.1.1.1. So that is where they exchange. Okay, they exchange to each other to tell that who is your neighbor router IDs. So this is how the topology is built. So you can check displayed OSPF v3 topology. Okay, router 1 are connecting to router 2 with this interface S100 under area 1. Okay, in a single area, what we have link LSA, router LSA, and the intra area prefix LSA. So what is the inside the intra area prefix? So let's have a look. So you can see from just now, under the routers, the router LSA, you only show me that who is my peers. Okay, link LSA only show me my direct connected segment, but they did not mention how I go into my loopback. Loopback is not advertising by here yet. So loopback is inside the intra prefix. Okay, it's here. LSDB. This is the intra prefix. From here, you are carrying your address information. Your address information is carried from this intra area prefix. So when I display OSPF v3 LSDB, I will say intra prefix. So intra prefix, first for router number 1, I will have 2001 colon 12 colon colon and 2001 colon 1 colon colon. These are the two prefix is inside the 1.1.1.1. And it tell me that this is a loopback interface. Local address is the loopback interface of 1111. Router 2 have only one address, 2001 colon 12 colon colon. The loopback is not advertising yet. It's not advertising into the area 1. The loopback I want to advertise into the area number 2. So that's why this want to show you that this is under the intra areas. So far okay for the intra areas before I move on. Okay, this one is okay. So router 2, I have one areas already. So I follow by area 0. So area 0, you just have to go to the interface, gate 001, OSPF, V3, 1, area 0. Interface, loopback 0, OSPF, V3, 1, area 0. Okay, this is what I need to add it in on router number 2. Okay, interface gate 001, OSPF, V3, 1, area 0, interface, loopback 0, OSPF V3, 1, area 0. So that's the configuration done on the router number 2. Okay, you can just copy this command first. Okay, I let you have 30 seconds to copy this before I proceed for the next one. Okay. All right, done. So in this case, after you're done, I need to double check again. On router number 2, I'm going to do this. Okay, displayed OSPF V3. Okay, this is a process number 1. Okay, it's correct. Then the rest is the same. They have received 5 LSA, original 10 LSA. They have 1 full neighbors. Belong to this router, I have 2 areas. I have area 1 and area 0. Okay, area 1 and area 0. So the rest will be the same information. Okay, sure. So the notepad later, I'm going to just share to all of you to make sure that you are following. You can able to follow. Let's say in the futures, you need to know how to do. You also can check on the step by step from there. Okay. All right. So the next one I want to check from here is on the AR router 2, AR number 2. AR number 2, that I want to check display OSPF version 3 LSDB. So you found that there's a lot of LSDB be involved into the router 2. Okay. So they have a link LSA. So you can see that they have 2 link LSA. As I mentioned, that link LSA will be sent only into your link. They will not send out of the link. So in this case, this is to tell that this link is on the gate 001. This link is on the 100. And router LSA for 00. Intra area for 00. Intra area prefix for area 00. Okay, intra and inter, sorry. This is inter, this intra. Then followed by router LSA area 1, inter area level 1, intra area level 1. So in this case, router 2 right now it be the ABR. When I check on R1, R1 is still the same that information that I show on the LSTB. They will just add on what? They add on the inter area prefix. This is what they added in. Okay. Compared to just now, they have only link, router, in intra areas. And now you add on the inter area prefix. So inter area prefix will be the one to guide you how to go for other areas. So from here, we do not know what they are advertising. We need to go in detail and check. I need to go in detail, display OSPF v3 LSTB for the inter prefix. Okay, inter prefix. Under inter prefix, they tell me that they have belong to area 1. Okay, who sent to you? The ABR 2222, and this is the destination 2001 colon 23. This is a segment. Okay, and also the 2:2, my loopback of router 2. This 2 is not belong to my areas. It's belong to the area 0. Okay, belong to area 0. So far up to this point, is it okay? Okay, this is how you're going to grab the information. And also you can check displayed OSPF v3 routing tables. So you also can see that you can go to 2:2, 23::. This address can be accessing already with the cost of 48 because it's a serial interface. And now you can try to do a ping IPv6 2001:2:2. You should get response from there. It's okay? All right. So this is on router number 1. So router number 2, so you can see they have a lot of information. Let's just have a look. What inside the inter area prefix of area 000? Okay, displayed OSPF v3 LSTB inter area inter prefix. Inside the inter prefix, we have area 000. Inside the 000, we have 2001:1:1 and 12::. Under area 001, I will have 23 and 2::2. So that is how they are going to exchange between router 1 and router 2. Okay, how they convert this information by using your intra area prefix. Display v3 LSTB intra prefix. So whichever under area 1, I have these 2. You become my inter area for area 0. You can see this is the 2 under area 1. When you go back to previous one, under inter area prefix area 0, you should see this 1:1, 12::. Okay, this is what I inside the intra prefix. Okay, this is my intra prefix. So this is how they're going to be performed. So they convert your intra prefix into the inter prefix. Just similar like what you've convert from type 1 to type 3. But this one right now, they convert the intra area prefix to be inter area prefix. Is it okay? It's a type 9 to type 3. Is that okay? On the router number 2. Then after that, I can continue configure router 3, 4, and 5. Okay, router 3, 4, and 5. So router number 2, I will specify here is OSPF v3 1. Router ID 3333. Okay, interface gate 001 OSPF v31 area 0, interface loopback 0, OSPF v31 area 0, interface gate 00 OSPF v31 area 2. So you have to specify the different areas. This is under the area 2, this is under the area 0. Okay, so I put it over here. R3 OSPF v3 Okay, that is the configuration it will be done on the router number 3. So this one, it will just as a ABR as well, belong to area 0 and belong to the area 2. So from this point of view, when you're doing this, display OSPF v3, okay, so you should see you also have 2 areas. You have full neighbor 1, then you receive you're generating 12 LSA, you receive 8 LSA. Okay, and I continue to do the 4 and 5 together. Okay, but before that, let me just go back to router 2. After I done on router 3, I do on router 2. Let me check, do they have any extra LSA be created? Because now I already defined the network LSA between router 2, router 3 using Ethernet connection. When Ethernet connection happen, I should have the network LSA. So I do display OSPF LSDB, OSPF v3 LSDB. So from here, you should see under area 0, you have one called as a network LSA. Okay, this network LSA is the one that to tell that who is your DR. But from here, you do not able to see who is the DR from here because it will just showing the interface ID. For you to know who will be the DR, you have to check detail of display OSPF v3 LSDB network. Okay, this one is telling you that it's a 2.2.2, and this is an attachment for 2.2.2 and attachment for 3.3.3 under the network LSA. This one is just to tell you that who is attached based on the topology build. You want to get more in depth, you can need to check on the intra prefix. So you can see that for this OSPF v3 is a bit difficult for you to trace because it's so many information you're going to be have. So it's better that you can also filter based on the link state IDs. I need to figure out what's the link state ID first. Okay, never mind. Display OSPF v3 LSTB. I want to check on this intra areas of area 0 for 000.2. Okay, so this is the information that I need to refer to, the interface, the link state IDs. So from here, I know that that is the way 2222 originating, router 2 as a DR. Okay, router 2 as a DR, and this is a prefix they are advertising as 2001:23::. So DR will be router 2. Is that okay so far? Okay, so in this case, this is to tell the network LSA. You want extra LSA in this case. Then I'll continue with the router 4 configuration. So router 3 is already done. I do it on router number 4 right now. Okay. OSPF v3 1. All right. Someone had checked the questions. How to advertise network which not connected into OSPF area? Advertise network which not connected into OSPF. Is it asking about the import route redistribution? How to advertise network which is not connected? Oh, later I will show you on that. No worry. I will show you how we're going to redistribute the route into the OSPF. Okay, step by step. Let me just finish all the basic first. Then we go into and more in depth and in depth. So on the router 4, let me configure done first. Router 4, I'm going to have this router ID 4444, interface gate 00, OSPF v3 1 area 2, interface loopback 0, OSPF v3 1 area 2. Okay, that's a configuration need to be done on router number 4. Okay, that's what we did on the router number 4. Is that okay so far? Then after done on this, then you can check straight away, go for router number 5. Okay, router number 5. Do the same step. OSPF v3 1. Router ID. Interface gate 000, OSPF v3 1 area 2. Interface loopback 0. Alright, this one I should add this. Alright, that is on the configuration changes. On the router number 5, is okay? So alright, for router 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's on the configuration need to be done. Okay, so from here right now, we're going to check more in depth what the information from here is. Let's check on router number 3. Okay, check on router number 3. What inside on the router number 3 from here is we can get displayed OSPF v3 LSDB. Okay, you can see that they have a lot of information be generated from here already. So they have area 0 and also area 2. Okay, area 0 and area 2. So we have a routers LSA. We also have the network LSA, inter-area LSA. So all the LSA information we get from here. So just now on router 5, before the lunchtime, you already configured the addresses inside the gate 000. I should have this address defined already. IPv6 is enabled, IPv6 address has been configured. Because you did not have this IP configuration, that's why you cannot enable the OSPF version 3. Okay, you must have this be done before you can advertising your OSPF traffic address into the OSPF v3. Okay, Jackson, is it? So you try to check whether your interface or gate 000, do you have this OSPF configured or not? Is that okay so far? All right, so I will come back to this and show from the router tree again. So inside the OSPF LSDB from here, just now I mentioned, they have an inter-network NAT routers. So let's say right now I'm going to check how the topology look like on router number 3. Okay, router number 3. I check here, display OSPF v3 topology. Okay, so this one you tell me that from here, they have a routers, and the network. This is on the DR. The DR is 2222. Okay, DR is 2222. Okay, and another segment over here, another Ethernet connection. I have 3, 4, 5, and for router 3 as a DR. Yeah, as a DR. So that is what to tell you that how the topology look like on router 2 connecting router 3 connecting router 2, and router 3 also connecting to router 4 and 5. Okay, on 2 different directions. Just they show over here, they have 2 network from here. Okay, they have 2 network from here. Is it okay so far? Okay, so that is where I'm going to show from here. So on router 4, router 5 also have it, but router 5 is only under one area. Display OSPF v3 LSDB. I only can see the area 2 information. And now we can see that we have a link LSA, router LSA, network LSA, inter-area prefix LSA, intra-area prefix LSA. Okay, we have all this LSA has been shown, except we're not showing on the external LSA yet. Okay, external LSA is not being shown from here. So what I'm going to do right now, I can go back to router number 1. Let's go back to router number 1. Okay, what I want you to do is going to interface, loop back. Okay, interface loop back number 1. IPv6 and neighbors. IPv6 address 2001:100:100:64. Okay, and after that, IPv6 IPv6 prefix. Give a name. I will say that it's a NAT 100. Permit 2001:100:64. Okay. Please add this IP prefix first. Route policy direct permit node 10. If match IPv6 followed by address followed by prefix list NAT 100. Okay, so I will just put it over here. Okay, so I'm going to do it after I build the route policy already. Go to OSPF v3.1 and import route direct route policy direct. Okay, I only import this IPv6 into the environment. Okay, 2001:100::, only into the OSPF version 3. This one is show you that how we're going to advertise our network that is not direct connected. Okay, it's come from other protocol into the OSPF. This is also called as a redistribution. How we redistribute the network into the OSPF v3. Okay, so you just have to follow the configuration on top of this. Yeah, from R1 import route. Okay or not? I will give you about 30 seconds or 1 minute to copy this command. Is it a bit long? Try to put this configuration into router 1 first before I proceed. Is it done? Any questions so far up to this point? You need my explanation? You let me know. No, it's not possible. So V4 to V6 is not possible. You cannot just import your V4 IPv4 into the OSPF v3. That's why I mentioned that IPv4 using OSPF v2, IPv6 using OSPF v3. V4 V6 is not compatible. Okay, they're not compatible. Yeah, it's not compatible, sir. So any other question other than that? Done? So after you're done, let's check. Let's check the result whether they can successfully imported into the OSPF v3 or not. Displayed OSPF v3 LSDB. So you found to the bottom there one called AS external LSA. So they have this information as 000.1.1.1.1. But they did not show what's the detail of the information here. So to check the detailed information, you need to put it should be externals. Yep. Okay, as an externals. So display OSPF v3 LSDB externals. So in this case, they will show that this is an external network you're advertising into the environment. 2001:100::64. And this information will be advertising to all the devices, including the router number 5. You receive this as well as an AS external information. Okay. When you check display OSPF LSDB externals, OSPF v3 LSDB externals, that you also see that is 2001 colon 100 colon colon, and you can try to do a ping IPv6 2001 colon 100 colon colon 100. Is it okay? So is it working fine from here? Okay, so in this case, all the LSA will be showing from here already. So displayed OSPF v3 LSDB, AS externals, intra areas, inter area prefix, network LSA, router LSA, link LSA. So you can see that this is on the inter area routers. This inter area router will tell that this is a linked IDs. It's 1.1.1.1 sharing this information to me. Yeah, this is an ASBR. Is to tell that who is the ASBR in this situation. Is that okay for the OSPF information here? All right, that's good. So now from here, that is the basic on the OSPF that I need to be telling you how the OSPF v3 it work, how that can be done by using this method. So this should not be any question anymore. So as long as you know the step by step on the configuration need to be done under OSPF v3, it should not be a problem. Okay. So right now, what I'm going to do over here is let me save the information here. So I save as this as a OSPF v3 config. Okay. So no question, huh? I can stop. So I will share into the WhatsApp group. So before I end over here, let me just doing one more extra stuff. Just some question I need to ask you. Make sure that you have fully understand on this. Okay. Before I continue, I go for the next topic. Let me just add on one more. So from here, so I'm going to just make sure that you understand on the OSPF inter, intra, and externals. Let me just ask you a basic question from here. Yeah. Let's say from my example over here, I'm going to have four routers. I have four routers. In these four routers, they in total have four areas. Okay, four areas. Within these four areas, I want to make sure that how the path is being forwarded. So let's say right now I want to allow router D accessing to the 1.1.1.1.1. So what do you think that which path they're using? So over here they have three paths. Router D, okay. First path. Router D, go to router B, go to router A, second path, router D, go to router C, and serial interface, go to router A. Number three, router D, go to router C, as an Ethernet, go to router A. Okay, so based on this example that I show over here, from router D, how to go to router A 1.1.1.1. Okay, let's say assume that that is the cost. The cost between AB is 48. 48. Serial link is 48. Ethernet link is 1. So how router D go to 1.1.1.1? Which path they're using? Which path they're using? They're using path number 1, number 2, or number 3. So what do you think? I will give you about a minute, 1 minute for you to digest this, to think of what's the answer from router D go to router A 1.1.1.1. Okay. So what do you think? Is a number 1, number 2, or number 3? Which will be the answer for router D go to router A? So can anyone give response from here?
D three, number 3.
Number 3. Okay. Number 3. Someone says number 3. Other than number 3, any other option? Either is number 1 or number 2. It seems like OSPF version 2 with C Ethernet 3. So any other option other than that? All right. So over here, how are we going to define that on router D go to destination on the 1.1.1.1? So I'm going to specify how we're going to do this. First, we need to know that on 1.1.1, when they're advertising this information as a type 1, it's a type 1. This device is called as a ABR. Am I right? This device is a ABR. When it's ABR, I will translate this information from area 0, I translate to the area 24. I translate to the area 34 and also area 13. So in my database, under router B, area 24 know how to go. Router C will know how to go. So it means that router D, it should receive two-way. Two-way going to 1.1.1.1. Okay? They should know how to accessing to 1.1.1.1. Okay, so 1.1.1.1 is going through router B or going through router C. For router D, it learned this 1.1.1.1 is on the, which are the type of LSA they learn from? They learn from LSA type 3. Yes, from type 1 to type 3, type 1 to type 3. It learned from the LSA type 3. Whichever LSA type 3, it consider the inter areas. Okay, it's inter areas. So when inter area happens, so which one I should prefer when both of this direction is inter areas? So I would prefer based on the cost. Which one have a lower cost? So in this case, the traffic will be go out from this direction, go to router C. Okay, so router D you define either is using 24 or 34 based on the cost, because both of them learn as a inter areas. Okay, inter areas. When I go to up to router C, I also learned both direction. 1, 1, 1, 1. 1 is go to router A. 1 is go to router A. Okay, this is using the Ethernet. This is using the serial interface. But which one I'm using? Before you're going to select, you need to know. For E, you learn this is from the inter areas. Okay, learn from inter areas. For the serial link, you learn as a intra areas. So intra area and inter area, which one will be? Which one will be better? It always is a intra areas. So that's why in this case, router C will send the traffic into the intra areas and up to the router A. So always remember, you need to know the difference on the intra, go to inter, and last is on the externals. Okay, always you base on the intra area first, then next on the inter areas, and last they're based on the external areas. Okay or not? So the answer for this actually will be number 2. Is number 2 is the correct method how you forward back into the 1.1.1.1. Is all right? Can you understand on the sequence selection between intra area, inter area, and external areas? Yes, it's correct. So in the OSPF V3, area 0 also be the backbone. In OSPF V3, area 0 is also as a backbone. It's the same. No difference. For this is no difference. Okay, so understand how they select on the path from the source to destination, how they compare. They compare where you come from first. You learn from the inter or intra or externals. Let's say I have both inter, then I compare the cost. When it's intra and inter, I don't care the cost. I compare select the intra area first before I go for the inter areas. Is that okay? All right. That is what you need to be aware that how this selection is being done inside the OSPF. Okay, inside the OSPF. And next, let me just ask one more question over here, sir. Ask one more question. Let me remove some of the link first. Or the purple color, let me remove first. All right. So the next question over here is, if let's say router A, router C connection loss, connection loss, so it means that they have no option of this anymore. They have no option of this. Not an options. So right now you have only 2 options. 1 or 2. So when the link between A and C go down, router D go to 1.1.1, they have 2 ways. DBA or DC Ethernet A. So I will write down the cost over here. This is 48, this is 48, this is cost of 1, and this is cost of 1. So what do you think in this case, which way they are using? Which way they are using? Okay, using path number 1 or path number 2. So when the link between A and C go down. So give you some time to digest how this is being done. So this one is also related intra, inter, external as well. So you think of it how this can be done and how the selection is being selected for this. So what do you think? Which one? Which path? Path number 1 or path number 2? Path number 1. Path number 1. Okay. So path number 1 will be the preferred. So why this is a preferred? Yes, this is correct. Path number 1 is a preferred. So firstly, you need to know that when this area 0 go away already, this device is no longer ABR. It's not ABR anymore. Okay. When the connection between A and C, router C is not belong to area 0. They belong to area 13 and area 34. This router is called a IR. So router 1, router A will forward this information as a LSA type 3. IR receive. That's all. I just keep for myself. I will not send to the area 34 because I'm not the ABR. When not ABR, I can't handling the traffic from non-backbone to non-backbone. Okay, non-backbone to non-backbone is not allowed in this case. So in this case, this you will not able to forward. It means that router D, by right, they go to 1.1.1. They have only one option is go to router B. They have no two option anymore because from this direction they not learn any information. They do not learn any information between C and D. So that's why the answer for this is this. I have only one inter areas. From C did not give me any information because it's just a IR. It's not the A. Come back. Next connection come back. I want to make sure that router D go to 1.1.1.1 using this path. D, C, Ethernet, and go to router A 1.1.1.1. How am I going to force router D go to router A using this path? How am I going to force them to using this path? I want to use this path to the destination of 1.1.1.1. What can be the solution to allow router D go to 1.1.1 by using the Ethernet path? How can it be done? Do you have any ideas on this? How can this be done to allow router D go to router A by using the Ethernet connection? Yes, you are right. You have defined the VLink. But where's the VLink we're going to define to? Where is the VLink we configured into? So where is our VLink need to be deployed? In between which area we deploying the area 0? What do you think? Where you define the area 0? Where you define the VLink, sorry. VLink also can be considered as a virtual area 0. Okay? Area 0. You build the area 0 virtually. So where are you going to assign this information? So on the virtual link, we need to build from here. On the area, 13th. Okay, from this path going to this path as a V-link. Okay, we create a V-link between router A and router C to allow them to perform the connectivities. Okay, when this is defined already, okay, in this case, both are inter and this one, both are intra areas. When both are intra areas, I compare the cost 1 and 48. So I prefer 1 as the best. Okay, that is how they can be using the virtual link. They can diversify the traffic, how to forward. As well as you need to grab the ideas of the intra area, inter areas, and also the external areas. The differences between. Is that okay? So far, okay? Any questions? On the OSPF part, OSPF v3. Okay? For the OSPF, that's all. So before I go for the new topic as a ISIS, let me just capture attendance for this afternoon. All right, so the next protocols that we're going through is on the ISIS. So ISIS stands for what? ISIS stands for the intermediate system to the intermediate system. So before the ISIS, we should know that this ISIS is not belong to TCP/IP at the beginning. ISIS is belong to the OSI layers. Okay, it belong to the CLMP protocols. Okay, only that when they found that the TCP/IP is very famous already, it's very popular already. That's why the ISIS want to take part into the TCP/IP as well. That's why they come out with the integrated ISIS. Okay, integrated ISIS. So ISIS protocol is very important. Consider it's important IGP protocol into the service provider environment. Okay, and the benefit by using ISIS, the more important on ISIS, they're based on the TLV, the type, length, and value structure. They can easily extend. They can easily support V6. They support V6. They do not need to build the ISIS v3. They're just using the normal ISIS, but they can run on the V4 as well as the V6 together. Okay, So you just do not need to, like in OSPF, you need to go into the OSPF v3. So ISIS IPv6 is not required. As long as it's advertised as an IPv6, then we can form the IPv6 ISIS peers. So that will be how that's simplified compared to OSPF v3. Okay, so for the ISIS, they're based on the type length value structures. Okay, as a high scalabilities and a strong vitalities. As a IGP is a high scalabilities, and the application ISIS is not limited to the traditional IP network. ISIS also can run on the data centers. Okay, and various of IP network scenario can be supported as well. But from this topic we covered over here, we focus more into the advanced features of ISIS and IPv6 ISIS features. So from here, they will assure that you already know what you mean by the ISIS basic. So is everyone know about ISIS already? Do I need to do some review or overview of ISIS before I go for the advanced ISIS? Like, do you know the basic concept on the ISIS already? So how the ISIS is being formed, how the ISIS representing the router IDs. So all this will be covered from your HCIP. Okay, but later maybe before I go for the advanced, I just give you a introductions of the basic ISIS to give you some ideas what we have into the ISIS first. Otherwise, later you can't follow what I go through on the advanced ISIS function. Yeah. So in this edition, that they also describe the deployment and implementation of dual ISIS on the live network. Okay, dual ISIS. It means that you're running ISIS IPv4 and ISIS IPv6 together. It's called as a dual ISIS. Okay. Under this objective, first we need to know about on the advanced ISIS features. Have a good command of the IPv6 ISIS features and the configuration, and understand on the application of ISIS. So that is what we're going to focus into inside the objective. Okay. And before I go into the advanced ISIS features, maybe I need to give you some overview what it mean the basic ISIS they're using. That just a recall, just a revision that what we have inside the HCIP. Okay, but before I get started on this, let's take a break for 15 minutes and come back. We are going to start on the basic ISIS for half an hour maybe. Then later I go into the advanced ISIS. All right. So we take a break of 15 minutes, then come back later to continue with this ISIS topic. Okay, I will see you in 15 minutes later.